All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Spice and Wolf, episode 18. All right. Marriage contracts and
Yes.
stonks and buying on credit.
And memes.
And
Doge is going to the moon.
that's right. We got a meme stock here.
And we're going to make it crash.
That's right. Or die trying. Yeah.
We're coming for you, you little musky boy.
Mati, we're about to ruin your whole career.
Yeah. I'm about to ruin this child's whole career. Hold on, call me Light Yagami.
No.
I went to the Light Yagami School of Economics.
No.
I can practically predict the future.
Lawrence just sneers at him and says, "You're a third-rate merchant with a fourth-rate strategy."
With a fourth-rate trading, bartering, exchange. You're a third-rate merchant with a fourth-rate business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I feel bad for this kid, but I also have been really invested in the emotional conflict between Holo and Lawrence.
Yeah.
So having this be something where we might see actual full capitulation here. We have a lot that's riding on it. Mm-hmm. But even if he, thrashes Amadi business-wise,
what's the deal with Holo?
what's going to follow up with Holo?
Yep.
Because-
but she did give him the list of his assets and stuff. So it's hey, fight for me, But
it's true.
But
You know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Okay. I'm back to the tavern. Time to make it happen. Spread a rumor
I need to quickly obtain some pyrite.
with your alchemist friend.
I was hoping that as well connected as you are, you might know of one.
Pyrite, is it? I assume, based on the nature of this request, that you paid attention to the hint I gave you about Mr. Amati's dealings.
I'd have been a fool not to. I am in it for profit. However, the profit I'm trying to make doesn't derive from superstition or the spiking value of pyrite.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold on to my cargo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait. He's thinking. Mm-hmm. Don't press it. Yeah.
That's just the thing I hope to hear.
Okay.
Sorry, but I don't have any pyrite I can sell you myself. However, I do believe the alchemists have sufficient stock to satisfy your needs.
Yes, of course.
fantastic.
Who's out there?
Forgive me for calling at such a late hour. I am Mr. Bartos's friend from yesterday. Name's Lawrence. I wouldn't usually disturb you, but I need a box to store white feathers.
All right, let's make this happen.
Festivals lure in so many
Yep.
people, don't they? It's exceedingly rare for me to have multiple visitors in but a single day.
Oh. Yeah.
You think you're the only one who'd think of that?
What manner of business could you have with me that's worth coaxing so stubborn a man?
I need some pyrite. I understand you have some to sell.
I heard the price of it has been soaring.
This isn't about money. It's about satisfying conditions to win a duel.
A duel against whom?
Well, against
Against the young boy.
it's against cargo.
Cargo, you say? Transporting goods is a challenge for every merchant.
They must evaluate its worth, consider its handling, and coordinate its safe delivery.
Yes.
Requesting a box for the keeping of white feathers. It sounds like a grand password, but my purpose in setting it wasn't to keep solicitations out, but rather to lure the most compelling of them in. Have you managed to secure any other pyrite, Mr. Lawrence?
None at the moment. I do know some merchants I could buy from, but I'd rather deal with you.
Someone already requested its purchase before you.
How much did they offer you?
There's no need to get worked up. The individual elected to buy on credit, so has not yet received the wares.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
The amount of money that was offered to us was 16,000 Iliad market value.
Wait, that's about 400 in Trini silver.
You see, we never disclose the identities of those who would do business with us. For safety reasons, naturally.
Of course.
Can't you?
Never. I'll have someone contact you as soon as we're ready.
Please do. Money is not an issue here.
Yeah.
If you would, tell the buyer that unless he's willing to pay double the market value, he should just back down. Could I ask you something?
Be my
Yeah.
guest.
Are there stories wherein Well, where a pagan god and a human become a couple?
Oh.
Quite a few of them, in fact.
There's that stairwell from the opening. Yeah.
The next time, could you share with me everything?
Framing with the stairwell there. Yeah, nice, nice.
Of course.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting.
That was all I needed. I didn't even think about the idea of the descending from above kind of iconography. That she could, herself could be some kind of pagan god, if you will.
Sure.
Hey, tell them what you found out.
Right.
Ah.
As long as the trade can be made with cash up front, there are 370 coins worth of that pyrite stuff.
That was all we needed. Thanks. I did a little thinking when you left.
Ah,
The reason there was little profit in pyrite for me is because I couldn't buy much in the first place.
right.
They bought in bulk early and
Ooh.
unnoticed, but now that the price of even a small amount has risen so high, it's become difficult to sell off.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Having realized that, I'm sure you can imagine what I did next.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a greedy traveling merchant with more money than sense going around buying
Yeah.
pyrite for cash, so sell it while you can, right? Thanks for the help.
You've always been a pretty unusual guy, you know that? No, that's not the word. It's more that you lacked for sentimentality. Do you still just think of me as a convenient merchant to conduct some business with?
No, I don't.
Wrestling with the nature of real connection is a common problem.
Oh, get him.
Yeah.
Get him. Yes.
Isn't anything common about your connection with her.
Uh-huh.
Let me ask you this.
Right.
If instead it was you and I about to part ways forever, would you be running around town quite so frantically to hang on?
No.
This is not the dutifulness of a mere companion.
Yeah.
This is but the spineless desperation of a smitten man.
Yeah.
Only the most flexible branches can withstand.
Get him.
Yeah.
Get his ass.
Can you at least feel it? The shift in you. The change that's been taking root ever since your journey together began.
Yeah. Love it. I love that this guy's having to like spell it out for him because
Right.
it makes sense. He would.
Curse of avarice! The poets pen verses of how you can't buy love. And the preachers all preach
Yeah.
that there are more important things in this world than money. How do we as striving, hungering mortals possibly gain anything of any real
No.
value?
How? Tell me. Yeah, you tell him. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And with
That
the
was
music
me.
and everything.
Brawn is not the only virtue a gallant knight can demonstrate.
Don't lose heart, Lawrence. Oh. You're the main character in a story that's still being written.
No, it finished being written by now.
Am I anything real to you?
So you're saying Holo's in love with me too?
I feel like I can finally give her a meaningful answer.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
You forget that it was your old pal Mark.
Right. So I did that.
Yeah.
Would you mind it if I spent the night here?
My stall?
Yeah, you have some empty wheat sacks handy, don't you?
Bro, we're friends now, right? Crash.
But I'd rather sleep here.
Near the wheat.
Holo, could you please tuck your tail against... Morning.
Yeah, what time is it? It's bright out already.
Yeah.
By any chance, did Mark explain what we're doing today?
No, he hasn't told me yet.
Well, Lant, I'll be counting on you today.
Yeah. Oh,
One coin is more than plenty to buy some.
The other one is for the work you'll be doing today.
All right.
so make sure you actually get, your person meeting you.
Buy and no one's selling. What is the primary condition for the price of goods to rise?
When the number of buyers is greater than the availability of product.
However, Mr. Lawrence's goal here is not to make money.
Yeah.
His goal is to prevent a Mahdi from making money. He has to wait for the perfect moment to offload a large quantity of pyrites.
Oh. Whoa.
Already so
Damn.
familiar.
I'd better give this to you now while I still have the chance.
What is it?
Coin, just as I promised.
Yep. There it is.
I figured it would be more convenient for you than carrying around 500 silver coins.
Right.
But wouldn't you have lost on the exchange rate?
The cost was negligible, I assure you.
Yeah, I'm flexing on you.
So it begins.
So it begins. Why do I feel such dread?
Yeah.
What?
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 Oh, come on. Come on.
Y'all some bitches. That was some cowardly pacing right there.
Yeah.
Putting it right in it. Tickle our balls a little bit. God damn it. All right, you sons of bitches trying to
cheeky
do a
little
little
fucks, you know?
like, it's not even really a cliffhanger. It's just like a hanger, you know? It's just like, well, I wonder what shirt's gonna go on this rack here. Is it gonna be colored in pyrite? I think so.
It's like the prosody video of the what's gonna happen? Who will kiss who?
Right.
You know, where do Tomoko's feelings truly lie? Find out. Yes. Next episode.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm in love with this show. I'm smitten. I'm head over heels.
Down bad.
I'm down bad. I'm full messy with it. The idea.
That's a new one. I've heard that one before.
The joy I had upon just seeing Lawrence get absolutely gobsmacked by
just reamed into
by this merchant.
Yeah.
Just telling him, hey, you know
Wake
what
up.
this is, right? Yeah, you know what this is, right?
Yeah.
There's a comparison that you can make, but Lawrence is not really a creative. But when the creative spark hits you, when you feel inspiration, I'd say that's the only other thing that's remotely business-like that could be even compared to what it's like to have the hopelessly smitten in love, doing all the crazy things at, you know, the flying, you know, on the seat of your pants, just going and doing all this stuff here.
Right.
Yes, you're in love, Lawrence.
Right.
If you didn't fucking know it already, God damn, like,
why don't you get it?
Like I loved him basically being like, the poets get it, even the goddamn preachers get it,
right? Like and this is after
think you could trade for it, you know?
Right? It's another situation of the apples, but in a much more like serious and because of that comedic.
It's
way.
way more comedic,
right? Where it's he's going around
man,
right. He's going around to all these people being like, I have a cargo that's worth more than anything to me. Saying all of the stuff that's like the saying it without saying it.
Well, right.
But then later, like, and it's so persuasive.
But the reason why he's clearly adding the misdirect is because he's trying to convince them without being vulnerable.
Yes, but it's also the fact that he genuinely does not get it yet.
Well, no, but
like,
that's the part. That's the part that I think is so cool and so nuanced. Is that he does kind of get it,
but he's still thinking in the language of merchant though, which
but
has no word for this.
No, he has no word for this. But this is the part that I find so fucking amazing about this show, is that he does know. That's why he asked about relationships between pagan gods and mortals.
Exactly.
He does know, but it's the difference about being able to actually just say it.
Exactly.
So this is the part where it ties back. I'm like ready to, put my own blows into this man and crack his knuckles here. He knows he's in love with her.
Yeah.
But when you have something that's overtaken you, there's an element of, I would call it not shame, but there's an element of fear.
Oh, okay,
that he would appear to these people that he's just a sorry, silly man in love that has no logical, good, reasonable argument as to why you should help me, because that stuff is silly. That stuff is not actually that persuasive.
Yes. It's because he hasn't acknowledged that he's experienced it, and so he doesn't value it.
Yes, but also we have a literal what's the word? We have what's the word?
I don't know.
A preface, a thing
Premise?
for this. Anyways, this has happened before earlier.
Precedent.
A precedent. Thank you. God damn it. Words. I'm so frustrated. Fuck. We have a precedent for this with the thing of him bringing her around and it's screwing up the trade deals.
Yes.
The idea of him sharing his love being the motivation is akin to him in his mind as a merchant of bringing her around with him.
Because that's the shit that merchants take advantage of.
Well, right. But he also would see himself as being someone who's a fool to then, if he was looking at it from himself, from their eyes of, why would I do business with this fool who's throwing themselves at the feet, basically, of someone.
I can ask any price I want.
I can do anything now.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's horrible in negotiation.
Right.
It's horrible in the business side of things.
And you're still trying to do negotiations.
Right.
In the
And you think,
relationship.
and yet the thing is, exactly. But you think, Lawrence, that none of them can read between the lines.
Yeah, right. Like your negotiating that you've done with Holo is flirting, and that's why it's great. The thing is that I don't think Lawrence entirely realizes that it's flirting. It's
that's
like
again why he does. He does not fully know. That's why he has no risk.
He still thinks it's full negotiation as opposed to, no, it's playful banter.
Right.
Like,
so from Holo's perspective, in a lot of ways, this is probably another thing that's kind of cool.
Sure.
Realize, is that she's the one that feels also pretty blue-balled. And she's like,
right.
Wait, what the fuck? You're in love with me.
But you keep then like going back to the negotiations and all that stuff. Right.
Like, don't we have something here? Are we? Am I even real? Like, is this even real to you?
Like, I just want to okay. Even in Lawrence's metrics, right? Lawrence has been getting
19
light novels
of this.
Yeah.
So are they just in love for like half of it and like in a relationship?
So now you understand why people were so goddamn pissed that there was no season 3. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, okay, so he's been getting a deal that's too good with regards to merchant stuff from Holo.
Right.
It does not make sense.
It does not make sense.
And he'll give her treats or like some nice clothes or whatever, but the amount of money that she makes him is astronomically more than the actual amount of money that he spends on her.
Right.
So,
and while he does understand the emotional like value that she has in being there, he is trying to do this like, crazy deal in order to make sure that she doesn't leave.
But what effectively you have here is a situation where he has been like, this is fantastic. I'm getting my good deal. And she's getting her good deal.
Wait.
And now thinking about what it is that makes it a good deal for her.
Right.
Okay, maybe she's lonely. But like all the things that she's getting from you are things that she could just as easily get her fucking self because of how much money she's making you.
Right? Any guy.
Sure.
To just get for her too.
So
Lawrence.
There's, you can't just say it's dark matter, right? Like there's the equation does not actually line up.
Yeah.
And maybe there's an explanation, but you look at it and maybe like dark matter actually, he just can't perceive it. He's staring right at it and he's like, huh? But I don't see any dollars there, right? Like, how does that work? And so now we've got this guy who's like putting a pot on his head and banging it with a wooden spoon.
Sleeping with her every night. And, apparently in the mornings he asks her to move her tail, towards his crotch so he can feel a little bit warmer at night. And she usually does it, apparently. But then, of course, they, have no tail.
It's totally platonic.
It's completely, it's completely platonic.
Yeah.
Just some really good friendly spooning,
Well, right, because I mean, if you're on the road, what else will you do? Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have separate beds when they
mechanical.
They have separate beds when they stay at an inn.
Right, but on the wagon,
But on the wagon, it's just it's what you do.
I just feel so vindicated in every sense of it the longer this show goes on.
Yeah.
I feel like I have Lawrence down to a T, and Holo is that 80% solved and 20% mystery.
Right.
Constantly because she's immortal. We keep learning more and more about her.
Right. And she also
as it goes on.
learns more and more about herself as she's
right, totally.
Adjusting to this new
changing,
place. Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, but
fantastic.
you're changing too, Lawrence. And
Lawrence has been changing very slowly.
Right. But the thing is that because he's so like rigid in like his perceptions and mindset of things, he doesn't realize it.
Right, and I understand why that works, and I understand also that the show has done a really good job in limiting his characterization so that we can see where his blind spots clearly are, but also where his focus is consistently. So he's never left the grind set. He's always been like, okay, I need to make more than I'm spending. I need to build this as an investment to trade into this. Man's done the like, I'm gonna take this penny and trade up until I get $1 million. Like he's trying to do the impossible here. He's at like his $1,000 mark here, and he's like,
it's an impossible
I'm halfway there from a multiplicative standpoint.
Right. And so, of course, because that's such a difficult thing to do, he's like, no, I can't afford to think about anything else. Everything works into that.
Right.
But maybe my guy.
Maybe you can cheat the rules a little bit, because there's this thing called love that motivates you to do something that might
is illogical and doesn't fully make sense.
Well, not only is illogical, it doesn't make sense, but it's potentially set you up that if you were motivated by profit, bro, you could take this whole town.
This is the ultimate profit.
Whoa, no. Oh. Right. But think about it this way.
Yes.
He's so on this that if he actually set his mind to it, he could take so much more. But because he's in love, what he actually cares about is not the profit.
And
that is such a fundamental change to who he is.
And there's that part of you that wonders, because there's the poetry that this is effectively him telling Holo in his language,
right? I love you. Yeah.
Right? And Holo also set it up for him to do this.
Right. Because she's wise.
Because she's wise.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like she's telling him, amidst all of her immense frustration with him and fully doubting, all of the stuff of
that's all real.
Of the, hey, if you do love me, tell me.
Right.
And I get it
Show
if
me.
it's not going to be in the way that I would maybe want it to be said.
Right.
But I can adjust to it being in your language.
Right, maybe.
And so here's a situation where you can actually tell me in your way. And that's what I love about this.
And if she's big brained this entire thing to where she then at the end of it is like, I'll think about it. And then just kind of skips away. I'm going to cackle so hard of just like, that was cute. I like that. Let's go to the next town. I feel like they have a good festival there too. What? I could see it, just plain as day. It just makes perfect sense. It's the perfect revenge. It's the perfect way of her saying thank you. It's the perfect way of her saying, I kind of do too, but we're really having so much fun with flirting.
And also, we need to figure out this communication thing, because this is a very involved process.
This is a very involved
process.
To
get you to just say, I love you.
Right. But also, yes, exactly. We could have done this way faster and way quicker. Clearly the problem's not with me.
Right. I'm an immortal, wolf goddess.
Yes.
I've got all the time in the world, right? Even though you are making me impatient, and I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know how to feel about that.
But you're the one with
my own tail for so long,
right. But you're the one with not a lot of time. I
don't know, man. Maybe
every day that you don't tell me how you feel is another day that you don't get to,
have you seen me?
You have seen me. I've made plenty clear, sure of that. Yeah.
Yeah. It is the kind of fun thing where to have a character's fatal flaw be the thing that both accelerates their development but also halts their romantic development.
Right.
I think is just really clever, efficient writing. But the way in which sometimes the characters have to spell it out for the audience and for us is a little immersion breaking, because Lawrence has now gone through so much of this.
Yes.
But the focus on basically saying, hey, do you see the little ways in which you've changed? I feel like is also a nice recap way of basically saying, hey, he is adjusting.
Right.
It's in the micro things. It's in all the little conclusions of the arcs
This is
that we've
a
had thus
slow
far.
burn
But
romance.
this is a slow burn romance. It is a kind of a meta reestablishing of the status quo by showing the way that it's not exactly the status quo.
Well, and that's where I feel like the thing that you said about Fatal Flaw is so perfect, because ideally, and also I think just as an emergent property, fatal flaws tend to be, the reason that they're fatal is because they're your full blind spot. And when something would be your full blind spot is because most of the time it's a strength, right?
Yeah.
And so it's
It has to be a strength.
I
yeah.
rely on this. Why would I
Right.
question this? And then
Right.
you don't see the way in which it's actually shooting you in the foot.
Right, because it's only shooting you in the foot usually that little way there.
Right, and everywhere else, in all
It's
the
great.
ways that you really care about and all that stuff, it's fantastic,
Yep.
right? And so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Wait, but
wait,
maybe it's a little broke,
or maybe like, you'd like to have a faster wagon. You'd like to have
maybe
some things go a little bit. You maybe don't like to upgrade from wagon to inn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you know.
Maybe you can still be obsessed with profit, but maybe you can understand that there's profits that are not just financial and numbers on a sheet. Mm-hmm. And
It's that simple.
And once you think about it like that, it's like, yeah, no, this is
This is good.
not all treasure is silver and gold, mate. Like this is
Oh, I felt something a certain way when he got up on that box.
right. And then the other dude's like, yeah, you toe, Mark. Or
I felt something a certain way.
Right.
Goddamn. I think I have had maybe. I don't think I can count any more. Not that I'm so old or anything, but I don't think I can count any more the amount of times that I've had this kind of night like Lawrence is having here, where it's basically you're fueled, you're possessed by something else, and it either manifested in me in love or creativity. There's literally nothing else. It's always been those two things. Either I'm creating something, I'm making something, I'm writing something.
Yep.
I'm doing something to make something come out of my head into this,
Right.
or it's just hopelessly in love. So the idea that this guy has to spell it out for him and then literally
But he still doesn't literally say it.
Yeah, and then soapboxes his way into basically waxing philosophical about it just made me feel so
It's the
so
vindication.
vindication. And just that's what it feels like. Him talking about it in this way is showcasing that he's had these moments. He's had these times where it takes you. And that's so beautiful.
Right.
It's just so wonderful. This is a fictional world with fictional characters.
Oh, yeah.
And yet when you break it down to its core simple things, it's, that's what it is.
This whole story is effectively the creator doing that soapboxing there.
Right.
To talk about love. I'm not going to say it in my soapboxing.
Right.
You got to talk around it.
Right,
You gotta
talk
mull
it over.
Yeah, you gotta fully
baste in it.
Right.
You gotta really
fully point at it and be like,
just
hey, look over there.
Get your face up in it.
Right. And ain't that wonderful?
That's pretty heckin' good.
That's right.
That's right.
I don't know why I was sudden all of a sudden, but
goddamn.
Yeah. So let's just see the goddamn stonk market.
Last pun, I be wolfing down this shit.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time. But fuck your pacing, you goddamn anime. This was.
We're in heat over here. We're howling up a storm.
Exactly right. Give us
just
let us finish for God's sakes. All it's gonna be is rumor. Kid go around, rumor, and then Cell moves down.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. It's show about economics.
It's literally the guy just going up there and he's going to his crypto, dashboard on his laptop, and he's just like, all right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Sweating, the guy in the, I don't remember what that gif is. Laura's just like, oh, that's gonna happen. Here it is. I'm ready. Yeah. Sell.
Numbers. Bip, bip, bip. And that's the conflict.
Right. Literally, there's not gonna be anything left in the next episode other than just the talk with Holo, right?
Basically.
I mean, maybe there's going to be some good Amadi focus. I could see Amadi having thought this far ahead. I could see that.
We go full Death Note. But then.
Well, no, it's just they both have plenty of money.
Right.
And then they
it's-
both come to Holo with their offers.
And she's like, I'll take the money. And now who do I choose?
So I take them both. Suckers.
Both the dudes or the money and Lawrence?
The money.
Well, no, because Lawrence he's not actually spending money. He's
No,
just
totally.
making it so that Amadi doesn't make money.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has to succeed entirely.
Well, and that would be the ultimate win, right? Is that Amadi pays the money and she's like,
But then we
cool.
don't have that OP shot of Amadi sitting in the bar alone, looking a bit depressed because he lost all of his money. And for some reason, he has acted kind of smarmy.
Let's be
so
real.
I have a little bit of desire to see him kind of bite the dust.
Well,
you know?
Amadi is absolutely simping right now, right? He is also a businessman, so he's going to make sure that, he's going to make the money, but he's also not going to ruin himself over it.
Bro didn't go 100% into one eggs in one basket thing there. He's, you're doing the 60-40 rule, right, man? Right?
Like he probably has some assets that are less liquid that are somewhere else, and so it's the
right. But does he have enough? Yeah.
Right. It's the or I can't get access to that right now or whatever, and so it's the okay.
Or are his assets so
I'll
much
have to start over.
Yeah. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But that's our thoughts on this episode. It's really, really cool. But okay, God's unseen hand and Wolf's unseen heart. I'm excited. So, Paul, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link up here in the doobly-doo. You can watch our full-length timer reactions there as well. Any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.